Hello, we are live. Okay, so let's have a conversation. My great friends, it has been such an incredible weekend so far. And yes, let us catch up with what has been going on in the world of our British royals. Who is joining us on this live stream today? Let us see. Right. Okay. So, a lot has, of course, been going on in the world of our British royals, and I thought, why not again come here so we can sort of catch up with what we might have missed. Hello, it's Francis Page here, your host at Francis Page Media, a channel where you always come to catch up with all the latest that has been going on in the world of our British royals. Welcome aboard this live stream, of course, where we sort of try to look into those stories that we have been witnessing on social media and mainstream channels to try and make sense of all of it. But most importantly, to catch up with what has been going on and maybe we sort of to learn more about what is going on in line with keeping our royals out there strongly. All the thoughts shared on this channel are my very own thoughts, guys, and please make sure you do your own research on your site to make sure that we are on the same lane, same wavelength, sharing these messages. Kindness is always very important, so let us remember to stay kind with each other as we sweep through these royal messages today. So you're welcome aboard wherever you're watching this live from. Drop us a comment here and let us know. And also tell us what you have been up to, of course, in the week gone and what you're looking forward to in terms of seeing our royals achieve in the next coming few weeks, months, and maybe years. So a lot has happened actually. We know that our royals have taken a step back recently because of the winter break, but still there is a lot happening in the background that you guys might have wanted to learn about. And of course, to start off with, King Charles III has today attended a service at Sandringham together with Queen Camilla. It was a great service, actually. Those who have attended have left a lot of reservations online saying that King Charles III and Camilla all looked very great, very happy as they chatted to members of the congregation who attended service today. Before I go forward, guys, let me know if my sound is great. I had issues with these headphones. I'm working on getting a new microphone, guys. So yes, we shall all be sorted in the next coming few days with a brand new microphone. But for now, I'm surviving with these headphones here, hoping they don't let us down. Yes, so King Charles III has attended a service today at Sandringham. So this is a very, very personal church that the royal family goes to. They love the small community there. And this would have been the first time they attended service since the death of Queen Elizabeth with this particular congregation at Sandringham. So they have attended a service today, and that service, of course, was in memory of Queen Elizabeth. Apparently, they appeared in great spirits. Members of the public were all happy to see the king and queen, of course, come again to Sandringham since the death of Queen Elizabeth. This happened as the king and queen sent out cards. These are birthday cards to all those members of the public who have achieved 100 years plus birthday today. So lots and lots of birthday cards have been sent by King Charles III, personally signed by him and given to all the old ones who have achieved 100 years age mark. And apparently these cards were left behind by mourners to the late Queen Elizabeth, and they are being put into good use by sending them to members of the public, of course, to share compassion with them, and also to make sure that those very individuals who are receiving these cards and gifts know that the royal family very much supports their well-being, and has also been part and parcel of those communities as they grow old and older. So that was a great gesture from King Charles III, and of course Queen Camilla. Buckingham Palace has been extremely busy in sending off these cards. You would imagine how many people out there in the communities that turned 100 years today. Not so many if you think about it, but they are there. And of course, some of these images have been shown on the Royal Family website and the Royal Family Channel website. And many of those will be surfacing in social media and on numerous newspaper channels. So watch out for that, guys. Congratulations to all those who turned 100 years today. But as well as that, great thanks to the royal family for ensuring that these gifts that were left behind for Queen Elizabeth are going into, are getting into the ownership of those other people who very much have been in support and in love with the late Queen Elizabeth. So that is that with King Charles III, out and about as always. He has stepped up the game recently with Queen Camilla, of course, visiting communities. We saw Queen Camilla visiting a number of charities close to her heart. One of those would have been the domestic violence charity, to sort of show support and awareness for that sort of area, which many people are being affected by domestic violence. Many lives are being lost every day. So again, here is the royal family saying that we very much denounce domestic violence, and we would like families become more safer, stronger, and bold. Well done, Camilla, for that. But also King Charles III for ensuring that wife Camilla continues to sort of support charities close to her heart. If you missed that story, again, it featured in most of the papers last week. And of course, the videos are there courtesy of the Royal Family channel here on YouTube. So thank you guys for always catching up. If you are watching this live, wherever you are, for some reason I can't see my audience today, but drop your thoughts in the comments. Drop your comments here. I will sort of get notified that I have someone come with me on this live stream today. So yes, so that's that with King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla. Sunday afternoon, they were visiting a church in Sandringham. This church, I've told you, is one of those very, very sentimental places the royal family visits every now and then. The community there is very small, but they very, very much know the greatness of the royal family. And of course, during Christmas and all these other big days, Easter holidays, these are the communities that get to spend some time with Queen Elizabeth. They used to, and right now, they are very much together with the royal family during these challenging times. This brings us to William and Catherine. Apparently, as King Charles's coronation draws close and closer, William and Catherine have been tipped to have a great role during the coronation ceremony. They have been tipped to play a great role. We don't know yet what role they will be playing. But as far as Buckingham Palace is concerned, we have been told that the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, will be playing a great role, a big, big role on the day. Now we know that that might mean maybe them being part of the drawing board for who will be sitting where, who is going to be doing what sort of guests are going to be invited for the day, and what sort of entertainment is going to be invited to come and entertain people on the day, singers, musicians, and everything. So it could be anything really. It could be that the Princess of Wales is going to be maybe teaming up with a musician of some sort to play a piano or to do some sort of surprise performance like he did for us some time back. We don't know yet. But what we know is that the Prince and Princess of Wales have been given a major role to play at King Charles III's coronation. That coronation is going to be taking place on 6th May, I think, next year. Remember, those dates have been changing. It was scheduled to take place on the 6th of June, but that was pulled down to the May date, I think, because apparently the royal family found May more suited for the occasion rather than June. But as it stands right now, we still have those dates now for May as the new coronation date for King Charles III. So yes, William and Catherine are going to play a big, big role on the day. So like I said, we don't know yet what that role will be, but we are sort of guessing that it could be maybe taking part in, drawing up the board for people to sit here, there, locations of those seats, I know Catherine could be performing on the day. We don't know yet. Maybe it would be another little mini coronation for the Prince and Princess of Wales after King Charles and Camilla have been coronated as King and Queen. We don't know yet, but of course, stay around here at Francis Page Media, where I always come down to deliver all these messages and information as it comes through. So yes, that is it for Prince William and Catherine. Of course, we know that these two recently have taken a step back from royal duties because their children are in half term. Schools here in United Kingdom are taking a time off from school. Some areas, schools have been given 2 weeks, and some parts of the country, schools have given 1 week, have been given 1 week off. So we haven't seen Catherine and William in public for the last 7-10 days or so. But that is simply down to the fact that they decided to take some time off to spend time with their lovely children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. And according to a very reliable source, we learned that they are spending a lot of time in the kitchen cooking, trying out different dishes, and cooking is a big thing in the royal household because little ones growing up need to know how to cook, how to do chores in the family, because they are going to grow up into responsible old individuals who will need to run their own homes. There is a narrative that the royals are being helped to do everything from laying their beds to to cooking food to feeding them and all that. That is not true. Actually, royals behind the scenes here in England are doing whatever it takes to ensure that young ones grow up knowing to do those very basic things in their home. So as we know, Catherine grew up in a very civil family and raised by his parents and together with her brothers and sisters. You could see a Catherine who was always doing home duties, chores, and very, very loyal as a young one growing up in their family. And she would like to transfer all these basic skills to her own children. So apparently they are spending a lot of time in the kitchen with the children, doing all these things that normal families do in their households: cooking, washing plates, baking, making beds, cleaning the gardens, helping with cleaning windows inside the house, and all those sort of activities that keep young ones very, very busy. So yes, very, very busy half-term holidays for William and Kate. And of course, it is very, we can see, because we haven't seen these two working royals in public ever since. So they will be coming back with a bang next week, and I think they will be taking on some engagements, carrying on from where they stopped. Again, we shall see where they will be up to. Here at Francis Page Media, I will already be delivering those that news of their day-to-day activities here. So thank you guys for always following up on these stories here. Again, if you're watching this live from wherever you are, drop your comments on the wall. Tell us what you're up to. Tell us what royal impresses you the most, and let us know what you think generally about the upcoming coronation ceremony of King Charles III. It's fast approaching. Very, very fast approaching, guys. If you need to get your tickets sorted, hotels booked, and your itinerary, travel plans, this is the right time to start putting those things together. Passports, check with your home office to see that your passports are valid for travel, because I know that there are going to be lots and lots of delays as time approaches. So it's better to sort these things out right now to avoid those disappointments. During the Platinum Jubilee ceremonies, many people were stranded at airports, and hotels were super booked. And those who managed to get a place to stay in London at the time were paying huge sums of money because they booked very late. So it is very important, guys, to start thinking about those plans in plenty of time. Get those hotels booked, check in with your airlines to see what deals are up for grabs right now. Make use of those things before the mad rush kicks in for the coronation next year, which is about how many months? Just under a year. Okay. So guys, 8 months, 9 months time. So guys, that sounds like a hell of time away, but it is very, very soon. Yes, so that's that with the coronation. William and Catherine playing a big role, on the day. We don't know yet, but again, we shall know what role they will be playing here. But we have a glimpse of what we think they could be doing on the day. Across the Atlantic, Meghan and Harry, of course, again in response to the coronation ceremony of King Charles, we hear that they have been warned from continuing to rub the royal family the wrong way. That if they go ahead to do that, they will simply be deleted or omitted from the invitation list to attend King Charles III's coronation, and that will be really, really bad if it happens. Because of course we know that Meghan and Harry's deals are very much relying on their relationship or closeness with the royal family. So if they are segregated or if they are omitted from important functions like that, it is also going to mean that deals with Netflix and all these upcoming projects of theirs will stall, because these organizations or companies or businesses are only working with Meghan and Harry simply because of their relationship with the royal family. So if this relationship breaks down or becomes even more distant, chances are Meghan and Harry will be far away from accomplishing those deals with these organizations. So, according to a very, very popular royal biographer, Katie Nicole, she said in her Vanity newspaper, Vanity magazine recently, Katie said that if Meghan and Harry go on with whatever they are doing against the royal family, they risk being deleted or omitted from the list to come and attend the Platinum Jubilee celebration. So they better stay warned. And of course, we know that King Charles said that he is going to be very, very ruthless when it comes to dealing with Meghan and Harry. In case they again overstep that mark, he is very much prepared to do whatever he can to stop them, whether that will be stripping off their royal titles or stopping them from coming back to the UK in any capacity, or meeting them from future royal engagements with the royal family, etc. King Charles III says he is very much determined to do all of that to stop them from doing so. So, of course, this also comes after speculations that Meghan and Harry were, of course, due to release their upcoming memoirs and the documentary that will soon be running with Netflix, in which they are criticizing the royal family in a number of ways. But recently, there's a very big story again we had that Meghan was starting to distance herself from Netflix. Could that have been a result of the warning they got from King Charles III? Because we hear Meghan said that whatever is going to be released in that upcoming documentary of theirs on Netflix is not going to be what Meghan and Harry would have loved to be told. So again, that was a sign to many royalists that maybe Meghan was starting to think of, distancing herself from Netflix in case things went the wrong way with these upcoming productions. Others are thinking that maybe they edited out all the heavy stuff that might have been very detrimental to the royal family. And now Meghan is maybe thinking people will see these documentaries coming out with things that are very, very light, or without the mention of the royal family, and maybe then Meghan would turn around and say, well, that's what they decided to put out. But again, that was Meghan trying to find a safe space for her to say, right, we are done with any stuff that is pulling the royal family down because we have learned enough. We are going to stay away from, from those criticisms against the royal family. So, but again, that was speculations. But allegedly, people are saying that apparently Meghan is starting to distance herself from Netflix in case things backfire, and there is a chance that she's doing this simply because of the warning that came from King Charles III, in which he said, if you go ahead to dig my monarchy in ways that you have been doing, you are risking a sanction like this, that, and that. So, but again, stay tuned in here. We always break those stories to you so you won't be missing out on anything to do with Meghan and Harry. Now, of course, Harry also did an interview recently, and in that interview, he was talking about mental health therapy and how his wife, Meghan, helped him so much to cope with his mental health challenges. Again, the usual stories that Harry talks about always. And many were saying he was mirroring what his wife, Meghan, said earlier in those interviews that she gave to Variety. Variety. This is a popular magazine in United States. And where Meghan, of course, stepped in and said that, Prince Harry is the one who helped her to cope with mental health and all that stuff. So we saw Harry as well saying the same thing in his interview recently, that Meghan is the one who helped him. So both couples were, both royals, former working royals, were mirroring their own conversations, as they like to say. But again, Harry did not really acknowledge the support he got from the royal family, the love that he had growing up in the royal family. And really, at a time like this, where you would think Prince Harry would reflect, especially after seeing what happened to them when they came back here for the death of Queen Elizabeth, you would have thought Harry took a moment of reflection and that he will now start to talk about the royal family in ways that will be appreciating the monarchy. But no, we didn't see that happen at all in his recent interviews. And again, something which shows us that he is still a long way from sorting things out with the royal family. We know that his relationship with his brother, Prince William, is also still very, very fragile. These two have never talked meaningfully since they walked their different paths. We've seen Harry come back here a number of times, but there haven't been any conversations taking place between these two. The most recent time they came back, of course, was during the mourning period of Queen Elizabeth, where Prince Harry was staying at Frogmore Cottage, just minutes away from Adelaide Cottage, where William and Kate are living in Windsor. But both families did not see eye to eye. They didn't get time to speak, apart from that surprise walkabout at Windsor Castle recently, when they were paying tribute to the flowers left behind for the Queen. But even then, we hear that when they were sat in that car, they were they were not really engaging in meaningful conversations. So there is still a big gap between these two brothers. And if things go on the way they are, with Harry still not acknowledging the royal family and his brother in any positive way, we can see Harry and Meghan, who are going to be very far from being welcomed back into the royal family. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts here below in the comment section. Tell us what you think about Meghan and Harry. Do you think these two will be welcomed back anytime sooner? Because I don't think, especially with the behaviors that we are seeing lately, especially with Meghan's podcasts that are still, being aired, and most of which she's talking about the royal family in passive ways. And then, of course, add the upcoming memoir of Prince Harry, which is also still ready, still out there to be released, and the documentaries that Netflix will be releasing sometime next year, which are all digging the royal family. I don't see their way back in. What do you guys think? Unless a miracle works out and we hear that the books have been dropped, the Netflix documents won't be coming out. Meghan and Harry are coming out publicly to denounce their projects that are against the royal family, and maybe some sort of reaching out to the royals here to sort of try and work out a plan that is going to unite these royals. We don't see Meghan and Harry coming back into the game anytime sooner. What do you guys think? Share with us in the comments section below, guys. But yes, I thought we catch up with a few of those stories to try and make sense of why things are happening the way they are. But with Meghan and Harry, we are still again there. Nothing much has changed conversations that are taking place in their circles are suggesting that these two are again, digging against the royal family. And we also know that the coronation ceremony is drawing closer and closer. Names, invitations are being sent out for people who will be attending. Places are being drawn for where everybody will be sitting, on the day. So chances are, if things stay the way they are, Meghan and Harry will not be invited for the coronation. These coronation invitations have been already signed and ready to go. And as far as we know, Meghan and Harry's invitation has also been signed, but not sent yet. And the idea is that until that very last minute, when they have cleaned themselves up, then this invitation won't be sent yet. Would you like to see Meghan and Harry attend the coronation ceremony, guys? Drop your thoughts again here. Let us know your stand. It would have been great to see these royals together, come together as a family, especially on a big, big day like that. King Charles III coronated as king, Camilla coming in the frame as queen, William and Catherine, officially declared as the Prince and Princess of Wales on the day. That would be great to have all the family members around. But again, if things go the way they are going, on the side of Meghan and Harry, again, we can make a conclusion that, it's better they don't show up to overshadow these very, very big celebrations. What do you guys think? Now, before I finish this, we have a leadership race here in the United Kingdom. Our Prime Minister stepped down, as you might have seen. Liz Truss handed over the keys. She couldn't run the government anymore. So the leadership race is back up again with Rishi Sunak, Boris Johnson, Penny Mordaunt, all in the race to become the next British Prime Minister. So King Charles really is warming up again to receive a newly elected Prime Minister. Of course, this election is not a national election as such, but it is the members of Parliament who are electing their leader, since the Conservatives are still very much in their term of service. So we are waiting to see which candidate they are going to be putting through, but most likely maybe Rishi Sunak, because he's got all the required number of MPs against his name. And Boris is starting to gain momentum as we speak now. I think he had 57 MPs backing him. These two need to have over 100 backers to go ahead onto that next level of campaign. So we hear that Rishi is leading, Boris coming in second, and Penny coming in third. So, but any of these could be welcomed by King Charles III next week, when the new Prime Minister gets sworn in. So guys, who would you like to see become the new British Prime Minister? Again, drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And again, most importantly, guys, stay subscribed here at Francis Page Media, because I will always be breaking these stories as they come in. I welcome all of you brand new subscribers to this channel. Thank you so much for finding it. And I also thank all of you, my friends who are already subscribed to this channel. You are supporting and carrying this channel's royal messages forward in ways that are very meaningful. I'm really so grateful to each one of you. So yes, that's it for today's Royal News Catch Up, guys. We just to recap on what we have said. King Charles III attended a service today at Sandringham, meeting well-wishers and a small congregation in Sandringham in memory of Queen Elizabeth. This is a very, very close to heart congregation where royals get to spend most of their downtime time. And then we also heard that King Charles III has sent off hundreds and hundreds of birthday cards to the people who have achieved 100 years beyond today. And those cards are part of the cards that were left behind by mourners for Queen Elizabeth. They have been fully signed by King Charles III and Queen Camilla. What an honor to have a card like that on your birthday for those who have turned 100 years. And then the other bit of news was Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate, playing a major role at the coronation ceremony of King Charles III. We don't know what role they will be playing, but we anticipate that they will very much be taking part in the planning process of the coronation ceremony of King Charles III and Queen Camilla come the 6th of May 2023. And the other bit of news is Meghan and Harry being warned seriously by King Charles III to tread very carefully, otherwise they risk being omitted from the invitation list of those coming to attend King Charles III's coronation ceremony. And of course, they have been warned as well to stop whatever they are doing negatively against the royal family. Otherwise, they still risk losing their royal titles and, of course, missing out on all those upcoming royal events. So that's that for today, guys. It's been quite a short one, very quiet in here. Sorry, I haven't been able to interact with most of you. I think there is an issue with the app right now. I can't see guys here, online. I can't see who has been on or not, but I know you will get to see this live stream in your own time once things settle down. As always, stay subscribed to the channel. Keep up your support. Let us catch up in the new week. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.